What's going on, everybody? Hope you had a great weekend. Tuesday, August 5th. Time is just flying by, am I right? Let's have a good month. Let's have a good day. Every day's great. Every day's a blessing. But let's jump right into this video. Talk about a little story real quick. A guy named Saint Macarius. And the story goes something like this. Macarius was walking along this path. And guess who shows up? Devil. The Satan himself. The dragon. And Satan is going to harm Macarius. He has a sickle with him, which is a sharp knife used to harvest. And he goes to hurt Macarius, and he can't hurt him. He's powerless. He's perplexed. Why can I hurt this guy? And in questioning Macarius, he finds out humility. Macarius has humility, and by that fact, he cannot touch him. And in more questioning, the devil says, Macarius, you can work all you want, but I do not sleep. The devil does not sleep. He says, fast all you want, which is all very important, but the devil is a powerful enemy, and know your enemy. He says, fast all you want, I don't care, I don't eat. But what the devil does not have is humility. And tell me right now, why did the devil fall out of heaven? For what sin did the devil fall out of heaven for? Pride. Indeed, it is pride that Satan fell out of heaven. No doubt we all suffer from pride, the ego. We're all prideful people. I've been a very prideful person in my life, and I'm still have pride that comes up in my life, and I just try to kill it, right? Now, humility is the quiet confidence of knowing that we are no greater or lesser than anyone. We are no greater or lesser than anyone that we come in contact with, that we come into communication with. Have that within you. Be conscious of that. Now you ask, how do we obtain humility? Simply by prayer. Now I wouldn't say simply, because it does take work and it does take a lot of real effort. Persistently and consistently every day. It's communication. It's that communication with God. And prayerlessness, which I have done when I think about my life, there's been many years where I didn't even talk a word to God. More notably in the army. And I was just going about my days. Prayerlessness, not having that communication. And by doing that, prayerlessness is a manifestation of pride. Because you're essentially saying, hey God, I got this. I don't need your help. You're not dependent on God. Prayerlessness is pride. You make it essential. You make it number one in your daily life. You make it priority. Prayer. Because God has our back. And if you trust in God and you do it every day and persistently, time after time, you will gain that humility and that dependence on God. Because to do it ourselves, forget it. Just right now, I remember my dad always ending all my conversations when I didn't have God in my life. He would end the conversation like, all right, Josh, well, without God, it doesn't work. Okay, son, you think you know it all, but without God, it doesn't work. And that always stuck with me, and I thank God for it. But through prayer is how we gain humility, and then by acts in our life, being conscious of that we're no greater or lesser, you'll display actions that show that. And lastly, I would like to share a quote with you that really struck at my soul personally, talking about prayer and how to pray. And it goes like this. Ask for repentance in your prayer and nothing else. Neither for divine lights, nor spiritual gifts, nor miracles, nor prophecies. Nothing but repentance. Repentance will bring you humility. Humility will bring you the grace of God. And God will have in His grace everything you need for salvation. Or anything you might need to help another soul. Wow. What can I say? God is great. I love Him. He's really humbled me in my life, and I'm so grateful for it. And I will never stop continually trying to help my humility virtue, because through humility, that's the one thing the devil doesn't have. Isn't that kind of crazy to think? Know your enemy. And your enemy, the devil, Satan, the dragon himself, does not have humility. So if you strive towards humility, you will be untouchable. No doubt. Have a great weekend. Much love, everyone, and God bless you.